Hello. Hi. Can you hear me? Hi. Hi. Oh, Sukuna, you again. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Hi. Why you only have a full stop for your in your name? Why? What happened? You're gonna change to what? Gojo? Or Geto? Don't know. I don't know. No. Okay, we're gonna start in another like 1+ more minutes. Don't know who. Maybe a character in, I don't know, Blue Lock or Demon Slayer. I don't know. Hi, Miko. Hi. Maybe Blue Lock. I like the boy with a white color hair. I cannot remember his name in Blue Lock also. Say, Say, I think is okay. Nah, yeah, Nagi. Yeah. I like that character, and I like the one with the long hair. I cannot. Cannot remember his name. Hi. Oh yeah, Chigiri. Yes, this is P6 science. Yes, Gwendolyn. Okay, time's up. All right, I'm gonna start at 7. Okay, so all right, hello everybody. Okay, I'll be going through P6 science today. All right, until all the way until I'll be with you all the way until 8 p.m. Okay, so all right, just to let you all know, all right, we have online classes. Okay, for primary 5 to primary 6, English, math, science, and creative writing. Okay, I'll be conducting online classes for primary 6 science. And we also have online classes for secondary 1 and 2 math. Okay, so let's move on to today's. Kahoot today don't have. Kahoot, let me try to recall, okay. For Kahoot, I think it's P5 math for this week. Let me try to recall. Yeah, I think it should be P5 math on Friday. For if you want Kahoot. Okay, all right. So yes, P6 science. All right. So everybody, I'm gonna start. Okay. Have you all been enjoying your school holidays? This week is the last week of your school holidays. Hope that you're enjoying it. Okay. All right. So let's look at the question. Question 1. Okay. So for question 1, all right. Okay. If you know the answer, you can tell me. It's an MCQ. Okay. And this is your P5 topic on the respiratory system. Okay, so for this, always remember in science, highlight all the important key things. Okay, so, all right, over here, the diagram here shows you the human respiratory system and which of the following statements about R is correct. Okay, so, hello, Duncan. Hi. Okay, so if we want to find out, always look out for the statement, whether they're asking for the correct statement or they're asking for the false one. Okay, the incorrect one. All right, so let's look at this one over here. So the R, do you all know what is R first? R is called the what? I'm very sure you all know this organ in our respiratory system. R is the what? Hi, Supernova. Anyone knows what is R? R is our what? Yes, it's our lungs. Really good. Okay, so very good. Okay, so you must remember that our lungs contain something called air sacs. Okay, so what happens is that for option 1, okay, you all read through the option, then tell me, which one do you think is correct? You all can tell me your answers through the chat. to the TikTok chat. Which one do you think is the answer? Is the answer? Is the correct answer? Nico, okay, thank you. What about the rest? The rest also 3? Okay, I've seen 3. Rest don't know. 3, okay. Kuromi's wife? I thought Kuromi is a girl. Hello, L. Yes. Gwendolyn, Avis, Putetan. Hello. 3. Okay, most of you put 3. Yes, and the correct answer is number 3. Okay. Very good. All of you send in your answer. Okay, but let me quickly run through why the rest of the options are wrong. Okay, so for option 1, it says R helps to pump oxygen into the bloodstream. Can anyone tell me what exactly, which organ actually pumps things around? 1 is wrong because R doesn't help to pump. So what exactly helps to pump? Very good, Avis. Okay, so this is false. I put a cross. It's actually the heart that helps to pump things around our body. Okay, very good. All right, very good. Thank you, Miko, Pei Fong. Hello, Sukuna. Okay, so option 2 says that R helps to take in air and water from the surroundings. Now, this one is totally wrong. Okay, we don't really take water from our surroundings. Okay, and the one, okay, so number 2 is out. Hi. Oh, why are you talking about skibidi toilet here? Okay, so option 3 is correct. R has many blood vessels to increase the rate of absorption of oxygen into the bloodstream. And to be more specific, okay, these blood vessels are within the air sacs. Okay, all right, so these blood vessels are within the air sacs. All right, so that's the exact location in your lungs that actually helps to exchange gases with your bloodstream. Okay, so an option 4 says that R has many bloodstream to increase the rate of absorption of carbon dioxide. We don't want to absorb carbon dioxide into our bloodstream. Okay, so option 4 is wrong. All right. Oh no, I like that. Got Kahoot this week, just that it's not for science. Hi, Capybara. Okay, so everyone, any questions for question 1? What? 25 plus years ago? And otherwise, well, it's good general knowledge. Wait, 25 years ago means you're 30 something now. Okay, everyone, okay? The recordings will be available. I think a few days or maybe a week later. The TikTok recording, you can go to our website and take a look. Okay. You are a little bit reversed, but we are just done with the first question. You go AGrader, Kuromi's wife? Okay. Which one? Which outlet do you go to? Any questions so far for this? Let me ask you all again. Any questions for question 1? If not, I will move on. Hello, Capybara. Why are you asking where I'm asking people private and confidential things? Okay, thank you, Pei Fong. Okay, so yes, now I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is question 2. Okay, question 2 is a big, it's a question that complete having the entire page. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the first part of the question first. All right, it shows you the entire page, but I cannot show you the whole question because the banner on top is gonna block it out. Okay, so I show you the first part first. It says that the diagram below shows the locations of both the adult and the young plants of 3 types of plants. So let me highlight the key thing, okay? So everybody, there are 3 types of plants here. Okay? Everyone okay? And the diagrams below shows the characteristics of 4 fruits. So let me scroll down a bit first, okay? So now, and the question is asking, which of the following fruits most likely belongs to the different plants? Okay, so most likely, everybody, most likely belong. Okay, so for this, okay, you need to understand, everybody. Okay, you need to look at the location first, and then I figure out what method of dispersal are the plants using. Okay, so based on this, all right, if you look at the diagram here, let's focus on the triangular one first. Okay, plant X. So plant X, you look at the adult plant, and then you look at the young plant. Okay, take note of like rivers and wind direction as well. So can you all tell me what method of dispersal, based on the location, what method of dispersal do you think is plan X? Very good, Kuromi's wife. Wait, reverse. Plan X, Plan X is, you can see this adult plant, right? Then you see that the young plants are roughly like this, around here. If it's splitting, right, it should have some like young plants here also on the right side, but it doesn't have. So which one do you think it is? Those of you who think it's splitting, you all be careful, okay? If it's splitting, there should be like young plants like around the adult plant, not only at one side. So you look out for like rivers and wind direction. So what do you think? Animal must be like widely spread all around. So for this, okay, this is your P5 topic on dispersal, okay, reproduction in plants. So what happens is you notice that, look at the wind direction. So you notice that it is actually following the direction of the wind. Look at my arrows. Okay, so these young plants is actually following wind direction. Okay? Yes, they're following the wind direction. Look at my arrow. You start that the parent plant is here. I always like to draw the arrow pointing towards the young plant. Then I roughly will know, like, is it following the direction of the wind? Okay? Okay? All right. So for this, what happens here is, let's look at plant Y, everybody. So plant Y, right? Look at the parent plant. The parent plant is this one over here. So what do you all think is? Oh, if it's close and it's splitting, right, reverse. Okay, close means this is not really considered close because of this the plants on the on the most left side. Okay, considered close should be within the same area, within like a circle, a small circle, and it must be on the top, right, and the bottom as well. Okay, then it will be splitting. Okay, Ken? Okay, so this one, yes, yes, it's water. Very good. Why? How do you know it's water? Always look at the location of the young plants. The young plants are located at the edge of the river. Okay, so very good. So for Y, you notice that it's at the edge of the river. So this tells me that it is dispersed by water. Very good. Okay, so what about Z? Yes, splitting will be around the plant. Yes, yes, full stop. Do they know Kahoot? Miko? Very good. How do you know that is animal? Because it is evenly spread out in all directions, okay? So for this, the adult plant is here. The left side also have, the right side also have, and it can go really far away. Okay, so it is evenly spread out. Or randomly scattered also can. Okay, give me a moment. It is randomly spread out. Yes, it's everywhere. Very good. So based on this, okay, have always look at the location of the young plants, determine its method of dispersal. Then for this question, you have to link the characteristics to the correct method of dispersal. Okay, so let's write down the method of dispersal first. All right, X, you all said that it must be by wind dispersal. Y must be by water dispersal. And Z must be animal dispersal. Okay? Okay, I scroll up a bit, okay? Okay, so based on this understanding, if it is wind, can you tell me if it's wind, what kind of characteristics must it have? Okay, let's look at the characteristics first, okay? Juicy and sweet flesh. This is dispersed by what? What characteristics? This characteristic shows me that it is dispersed by what method? Does anyone know? Are you sure we follow random people? I don't know, you know. I don't actually have control over the account. I only have control over the line. Does anyone know? Juicy and sweet flesh is dispersed, it shows me that it is dispersed by what? Any idea? Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sending in your answers. Very good. Full stop. Okay, I call you full stop again because your name got a dot. Okay, so over here tells me that it is dispersed by animals. What about those with fibrous husks? Thank you. Those of you who send me your answers. What about fibrous husk? Any idea? Water. Very good. Okay, then what about this one? Pod-like structure. I test your this part first, see whether you all know or not. Thank you. Yes, it's by water. Pod-like structure. Pod-like structure. Not wind. Pod-like structure is by splitting or explosive action. Some of you write wind. Okay, not wind. Okay, pod-like structure is by splitting or explosive action. Both are acceptable during exam. You can either say splitting or explosive action. Okay, the last one is hair-like structure. Then is what? Oh, wind must have wing-like structure. So this, if you want to disperse by wind, right, they must have this wing-like structure. Okay, but don't have, so it's not by wind. Okay, can? Or hook also can, but those no hook, no hook. Hook is for animal. Okay, but this one is hair. Does hair, any idea? Hair is by, some of you say wind. Okay, why hair is wind? Is because this hair-like structure makes it very light. Okay, you see, it makes it very light, so it can be dispersed or blown away by wind. Is to fly. Yes, is to capture the air. Okay, so very good. All right, so for this, okay, wind, that means your answer. Yes, some of you will send in your answer. Your answer is correct. The correct answer is supposed to be number 4. Very good. Okay, so it's supposed to be D, B, and then A. Okay? Yes, correct. Are you okay? Do you have any questions for this question? Yes, it's to fly. Very good. Any idea? Does anyone has any questions here? No? Okay, then I move on if you have no questions. Okay, so I'm going to move on. We are doing P6 science, but it's a revision, so it consists of like the other levels topics as well. Okay, so let's move on to this one, which is your P6 topic. Okay, today no Kahoot, Steffi. Okay, over here. Okay, question 3 is your P6 topic on your food chain and food web. Okay, so over here it says that the diagram shows the food web in a habitat J, K, L, M, and N that represents different organisms. So which of the following statement is true? Okay. Wow, you're so fast already. Where is the notes? Steffi, what do you mean? The notes for what? What do you mean the notes for what? Okay, yes, most of you got it correct. The answer is 4. Okay, but in case, I'll just go through for those of you, like in case some of you don't know. Okay, so for this question, right? All right, what happens here is, can you tell me, all right, which one is the producer? Always make it a good habit to identify your producer in your food web. What arrow Minecraft? Make it a good habit to identify your producer in the food web. Which one is the producer? Yes, thank you, Rivers. Does it have notes or something? What do you mean, Steffi? The notes are those that I've written down. Okay. Okay, over here. So very good. All right. So those of you who mentioned Jay is a producer. Yes, Capybara. That you are correct. The producer is Jay. How do we identify producer? Okay. We make the paper, we get questions from different like schools. But you can get the paper from our website to download if you need the soft copy of this worksheet. Okay, Ken? Okay, all right, so over here, everyone, okay? Okay, so always identify your producer first. Your producer always arrows outwards. Okay, why arrow outwards is because it's eaten up by other organisms. Okay, so then, all right, from here, we should learn how to identify like which one are the plant eaters. Can you tell me which one are the plant eaters? Okay, those of you who get confused the arrow, right? Just imagine the arrow means that this organism goes into the stomach of the other organism. Goes into the stomach. Okay, goes into the stomach means it gets eaten. Okay? Yes, K and L, you are correct. Okay, so K and L are our herbivore, our plant eaters. Okay, which one is our carnivore? Do you all know? Shell. Consumers are anything that eats other organism. Consumers are these. These are consumers. K and L are consumers. M and N are consumers because they eat organisms. Okay? Yes, consumers doesn't mean that, okay? So consumers, yes, we can, those that eat producers, we can call them consumers as well. Okay? Eaten by is okay as well. Eaten by is fine as well. Okay? A producer is for P6 level, there's always a plant. P6 level producers are always plants. Okay? Because at primary school level, you learn that plants make their own food. Okay? K and L are consumers. Yes. Okay, so can anyone tell me what are the carnivores? Carnivores. Yes, M and N. Very good. So M and N, they are carnivores. Good. Okay. All right. So what happened? All right. So let's check. They said that N is a prey. N is the last in my food web. Can it ever be a prey? Carnivore. Okay. Carnivore are animal eaters. Wait, we call it meat eaters. Let me write this one down in case. Okay. No, okay, just based on this food web. Cannot maybe, only based on this food web. Always based on the food web. Are plant eaters herbivores? Yes. Reverse. Okay? So everyone okay for this? Which one can N ever be the prey? Okay, no. Okay, so this one, N cannot be your prey. Okay, it's our predator because predator eats other animals. Okay, so can I ask you all? Okay, just make sure that you all know. If a rabbit eat plants, right? Can rabbit be a predator? Do we say that rabbit is a predator? No, right? No, because predator for rabbits you just call them consumers. Okay? Rabbit omnivorous? No. Hamsters are omnivorous. Rabbits, no. They cannot their digestive system cannot digest meat. Okay, Ken? Alright. So over here, okay, so 1 is wrong. K is a producer, which is totally wrong. You all have identified your producer. Producer is J. Okay. And you all mentioned can L be both a prey and a predator? Okay, no, no, L cannot be a prey and predator. Good, because L is only a prey. It did not eat other organisms. As it did not eat other animals. Okay, it only eats a plant. All right, so take note, it is not a predator. So M is correct. M is both a prey. It is the prey of N, and is a predator of K and L. Okay, very good. So your answer, why I write M here? The answer is supposed to be number 4. Okay? Everyone okay? Does anyone has any questions about food chain and food web? Any more questions? Because just now when I'm going through, you asked a lot of questions for this one. Any questions for food chain and food web? Shell, you're still confused? Oh no, if you're still confused, then you must practice more food web questions. Shell, can you tell me what you're confused with? Which part? Oh, the arrows. The arrows, just remember, eaten by. There's no other way I can tell you already. It's either eaten by, or you just imagine the arrow means that this fella or this organism goes into another organism's mouth. The arrow go into the mouth, okay? Then you can just visualize. Then you know which one is eating which. Okay, Ken? Okay, Ken, everyone, all right? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, and the arrows just have to remember eaten by. If not, you just have to imagine J goes into K's mouth. Okay, that's the only way I can like tell you how to remember. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna move on. No problem, no problem. Okay, so let's look at question 4. Okay, question 4. Ayo, capybara. If you cannot convince, you confuse, is it? Okay, everyone, let's look at question 4. Okay, over here it says that Ruben set up his stall on a field as shown. After 1 month, he noticed that the grass patch, okay, so let's highlight the important thing. Okay, the important thing is that the grass patch turned yellow. And which of the following best explains why the grass patch turned yellow? Do y'all know? Oh, you got do? Okay, so do y'all know like why it turned yellow? What does grass patch turning yellow actually means? Full stop, yes. Oh, by scene makes answer. Some of you say 4, some of you say 2. But can you tell me, okay, just now someone said, right, if it turned yellow means it's dying. Okay, if it's dying, okay, let me write down, okay, please remember to write down all your notes if possible. Okay, if it's dying, why is it dying? Okay, most likely it's because it cannot make food. Why cannot make food? Just now someone mentioned because there is no light. Okay, so when light is shining down, okay, so this stall is blocking the light. So the grass patch below is unable to get light. Yes, very good. So those of you who put 4, 3, 2, the correct answer is 2. Okay, so very good. The correct answer is 2. Oh, refer, some plants survive better with low light environment. Okay, but the grass patch besides did not turn yellow, which means that they need the light. Okay, Ken? So must understand the question. Okay, so over here, all right, so basically those of you don't choose, okay, so for 1, All right, let me go through and let you all know why the rest of the options are wrong. So for option one, it says that the whales rode over the grass and killed the grass. Okay, that is not the main thing here because it turned yellow. Kill means, right, straight away die already. It should become brown. Okay, when plants or grass die, it becomes wither and die, it becomes brownish. Okay, so over here, have not died yet. Okay, so it just dying. So haven't killed the grass yet. Okay, number two. Sorry? Number two is not enough sunlight. So because light is blocked is correct. Number three, okay, don't say not enough carbon dioxide. Okay, because air can enter through there's a gap. There are gaps in between the wheels also for air to enter. So no problem about air. There's no issues about air. There's sufficient air. All right. So take note, there is enough carbon dioxide. Okay, and they said that there's not enough water. Okay, so for this, just take note that there are water even when it rains. Okay, when water goes into the soil, it can flow. Okay, the whole soil will be wet. There's still water for the grass. Okay, so for this, all right, your answer is supposed to be number two. There's enough water. Okay. Sorry, what do you mean? It's not about carbon dioxide because air is all around us. As long as there's a small gap, air can enter already. So there's still there's still carbon dioxide, enough carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody. Do you have any questions for this one? Oh, Eddie, you saw the options wrongly. It's okay. It's okay. No worries. Everyone okay? No? No? Okay. So good. Let's move on. All right. How's your school holidays? Are you excited to go back to school? How many questions are there in this paper? I think got around seven questions. Tomorrow got study camp. Oh, you have to go back to school for study camp. Enjoy your study camp, okay? Bad. Hey, you have to think on the bright side. You finish PSLE, you finish exams earlier than the rest. You get to rest earlier than the rest, okay? Yeah, the 2 more months, but you all start early, you end early, you all enjoy early, while the rest go to school and still to study. Well, you are enjoying. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, question 5. The diagram below shows the human digestive system. Okay, so which of the following correctly describes the function of some organs in the digestive system? Okay, so basically you must know your organs well. Hi. Okay, can anyone tell me, okay, let's do a quick recap, okay, on like your P4 topic. Okay, can anyone tell me what is you? Thank you for all your answers. Can anyone tell me what is you? Thank you, Junho. Thank you, Elvis. Yes, Kuromi's wife. It is the mouth. What about V? Does anyone know what is V? Thank you, Rainbow. Today don't have Kahoot. Hey, some of you, I notice you all join in just because of the Kahoot. Just join only, then ask you whether got Kahoot. Okay, okay, very good. Thank you for all your answers, Galat. And then, what about W? Thank you, Miko. Is the stomach. Okay, what about Y? Look at the diagram carefully, okay? What about Y? Hey, I say look at the diagram carefully. No, okay, we don't call it big intestine, okay? We call it large intestine. Very good. And what about X? Very good. All of you got it correct. I think those of you who send in your assume that I'm going to start with X first. Yes, small intestine. Very good. And what is Z? The or Z? You forgot the function. Why like that? Z, some of you your favorite words for Z. Capybara, see? You're very sus. What is Z? That one, no one answer what is Z. Oh, cannot send in, is it? Okay, Z is actually the anus. Okay, so you forgot the function. Okay, let me go through the recap quickly, okay? Okay, so everybody, let me go through I recap the function quickly. Okay, anywhere that any of the parts that digest food will produce digestive juices. So can you tell me which part digests food? Which part digests food? Mouth. Okay, very good. Mouth. So you must be in my answer. This option 1, option 2, no you. Okay. V, digest food. Gullet have take note, okay? Gullet, no digestion takes place. Stomach. Okay, good. Okay, stomach, W must be in your answer. So, okay, both have W. And one more. And Tian, but the food might still digest using it's too fast. It takes time for your food to digest. When you swallow your food with the saliva, it just goes down, shook straight into your stomach. There's not much time for it to digest food. Tian, there's no time for digestion to occur unless the food gets stuck in your gullet. So no. Tian, if you want to argue and say that digestion occurs there, you can write it. I'm not stopping you to write that down in your answer and see if you can correct in PSLE. But I'm just explaining to you why it's not possible. Okay? Yeah. It travels down your gullet too quickly for even digestion to occur with your saliva. Okay? So I'm going to move on. Okay, so capybara. I'm very sure no one to choke on something when you're eating. Okay, so over here, we know that, yes, everybody, very good. U, W, and X digest food. Okay, digestion happens at these 3 locations. Okay, and can you tell me, yes, gullet is the one that only transport the food from, like sends the food from your mouth to your stomach. It happens too quickly. Okay, that's why in science we will say that no digestion takes place there. Okay, Ken? Okay. So, everyone okay? So what about like absorbing into the bloodstream? Sian, you got it? Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay, digested food is absorbed in only at your small intestine. Very good. Okay, so it's supposed to be X only. Do not choose the rest. Okay, then let me test you, okay? What about the large intestine? Large intestine also absorbs something. What does it absorb? Yes, the answer is 3. Very good. Okay, some of you say you forgot the function of the parts, right? So let us do a quick recap. Yes, very good, Tian. Very good, Miko. And the rest of you, good. Okay, so over here, all right, large intestine absorbs water. That's all. Okay? And then the anus, I just tell you the anus is the part where your waste comes out when you go to the toilet. Okay? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, again? Any questions so far? Very good, Chin Hong. Capybara, why you want to rate this chat tomorrow? Please don't bully teacher KH, okay? Does it absorb milk? Milk is digested in your... Milk is not considered water. So like anything you eat like yogurt, milk, okay, it is digested in your stomach. Then it's digested in your small intestine also. And then the nutrients gets absorbed into your bloodstream at the small intestine. Teacher KH is tomorrow. Yeah, he always teach P5 science. Teacher KH is tomorrow. You don't bully him, okay? Okay. Around okay. Avis, why you're like that? Okay. Now I know you're gonna go to teacher KH live. Okay, now I know. I will discuss with him about y'all. I say, I'll ask teacher KH, do you know Avis? Do you know Capybara? Oh, you go to Sengkang for the P6 boot camp, is it? Is it the Sengkang outlet? Ah, what happened? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on, okay? You go Sengkang also Supernova? Teacher KH is there. Oh, Sengkang CC? Yeah, teacher KH is there. You go the one at Fernview CC. Ah. Okay, everyone, okay, so let's look at this one, okay? Okay, everybody, let's go to the open-ended now. Okay, that's a lot of bonus bucks. You don't want to change? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, Emily placed a water plant into a test tube and filled the test tube to the brim with water. Okay, and there is substance A at the start of the experiment. All right, she then covered it with a cap. A lead torch is placed 10 cm away from the test tube. Okay, I show you all the first part of the question first. This question is quite long. All right, so let's look at the next sentence. It says that after 20 minutes, she measured and recorded the volume of gas X collected at the top of the test tube. Can anyone tell me, okay, can anyone tell me, what do you think is this gas X? That is the answer for A. That's the question for A. You see A? What is gas X? See? So what do you think is gas X? Do you all know? Any idea what do you think is gas X? Pei Feng, Tian, Miko, okay. Okay, those of you who don't know, I give you a clue, okay? There is a lead torch, means there's a presence of light, right? Okay, so there's a presence of light, and then there's a plant. So the plant can go through what? Very good. Thank you for all. Yes. Okay, can go. Could be CO2 also. No, because of light. There is light. When there is light, photosynthesis will be faster than, will be greater than the rate of respiration. So when you respire, it will use up the carbon dioxide. So don't overthink, okay, Tian? You're overthinking quite a bit. Okay, yeah, there's respiration, but it will be used up already, the carbon dioxide, for photosynthesis. Okay, so yes, when there's light, the plant can go through photosynthesis. Okay, no, only one answer, roar. No, only one answer. So it's actually only oxygen. Okay, because the carbon dioxide is used up by the plant to photosynthesize. Okay, so it produce. Okay, take note. Okay, volume X collected is something that is being produced more. Okay, produced. Okay, at a faster rate. Okay, and anyway, the question is focusing on photosynthesis because of light. Okay, so when you want to do an experiment, you collect, to test for photosynthesis, you collect oxygen. You don't collect carbon dioxide. Okay, okay? All right. So yes, gas X is oxygen. Okay, so over here, take note, gas X is our measured variable in the experiment. Okay, in an experiment, we have to identify our change and measured variable. So something that you record is the measured variable. And why do we need to record volume of gas X, it will tell me the rate of photosynthesis, how much or how fast the plant photosynthesize. Okay, Ken? Very good. Yes, measured variable is something that's recorded, something that's observed in an experiment. Okay, Ken? What, reverse? Why you feel so smart today? That was very good, reverse. Okay, so everyone, all right, so what happened? I go down a bit. Okay, she then repeated the experiment with different amounts of substance A. Oops. And plotted the graph based on the results obtained as shown below. So, can you tell me different amounts of substance A? That is my what variable? Do you all know? They don't, oh, what substance? They don't tell you what substance it is. Very good. It's change variable because of the word different. Different tells me that this is my changed variable. Okay? Okay, everyone, all right, I'm gonna move down. Okay, so just now a lot of you answered what is gas X, and oxygen is the correct answer. Okay, because you want to record oxygen to show that photosynthesis occurred or to show the rate of photosynthesis. Okay, Ken? Okay, so everybody, let me go down some more. Okay, so let me go to B. Okay, I show you B first. All right, so based on the graph above, what is the relationship between amount of substance A added and rate of photosynthesis? Okay, so for this relationship, always remember, everybody, to use words like increase, decrease, or remain the same. Okay, whose school teacher is actually very strict, that need to have increase, decrease, or remain the same? Yes, this relationship has two parts. Very good. How do you know? First clue is 2 marks. Okay, second one is you look at the graph. You see that it changes. Okay, so very good. Okay, so what happened is you have to say, always mention your change variable first. Okay, your change variable is substance A added. So talk about your change variable as the amount of substance A added increases until what? Until which? How many grams? Until? Very good, Tian. Very good. Refers until 6 grams. Okay. The volume of but we don't say volume of gas collected, okay? We follow the question. The question asks you rate of photosynthesis. Okay, the volume of gas collected increases, which is the same as rate of photosynthesis. Okay, very good. Okay, so what about the other part? This is one part. This gives you 1 mark. What about the other part? Elvis, your first part is correct. Then what about the second part? As the amount of substance A added to the water increases from, okay, 6 grams to which one? Should we say to 16 grams? Or you can say from 6 grams onwards also can. Or you can say from 6 grams to 14 grams. Okay, don't be tricked and write 16 grams. Okay, they haven't shown you anything about 16 grams. Okay, so from 6 to 14, or those of you who say from 6 grams onwards. Okay, yes. Okay, as it increases, what happens to the rate of photosynthesis? The rate of photosynthesis remain the same. Okay, very good. So everybody, let me write this one down, okay? All of you, okay, you all got it. You all are very good. You all got the idea there. It's a 2-part relationship question. Yes, if you want to say constant, also can. Okay, so let me write this one down. So you can say, I write the first part for 1 mark first, okay? So you can say that as the amount of substance A increases to 6 grams, okay, comma, the rate of photosynthesis increases. Okay, this will give you 1 mark. All right, I write the other mark in another color. Okay, so the other mark comes when you write about the second part. Okay, so as the amount, who don't understand? Hannah, you don't understand? As the amount of substance A increases beyond, okay, or from 6 gram onwards, the rate of photosynthesis. Everybody, please try to learn how to answer relationship questions. It's the easiest to score marks. Okay, the rate of photosynthesis stays the same. You want to say remains constant? Also can. Okay, very good. Yes, it's just looking at the graph or the table or the results of the experiment. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the things that you need to mention. The pattern increases to 6 gram, photosynthesis increase. Okay, increases from 6 gram onwards, photosynthesis remains the same or remains constant, stays the same. They're all accepted. Okay, do y'all have any questions here? Yes, Ian, thank you. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm gonna move on. All right. No questions, huh? Which part of section B is so easy? Dylan, what kind of question is that? this part of section B is easy. Okay, let's move on. Okay, next. Okay, Emily then make a change to a setup without, okay, let's highlight the key things again. Without adding or removing any items, she conducted the same experiment again and obtained a new set of results as shown by line Q. So, suggest a change that Emily could have made to the setup to obtain these new results. So, based on line Q, everybody, observe line Q carefully, okay? What do you notice? This line, right, represents like rate of photosynthesis, right? Because it's volume of gas X. What does it tell me? Oh, reverse. Oh, okay. What does it tell me about line Q? Do y'all know? Line Q shows me that what happens to rate of photosynthesis, everybody? Line P was the original results. Then suddenly, line Q is higher, which means that what? What? That means this new experiment has a what? Any idea? 8. The class ends at 8. Which topic will normally come out? Water cycle definitely come out. Do you mean in PSLE? Definitely at least one water cycle open-ended question will come out during PSLE. At least one. Oh, why you say bring the light closer? Very good. You're not wrong. Because why? How do you know? It's because what happens to rate of photosynthesis? This is not foundation. This is standard science. Good, Tian, very good. So we know that there's a higher rate of photosynthesis because the whole graph went up more, which means that there's more volume of gas X being produced. So we have a higher rate of photosynthesis. So there are, since you cannot add things, you cannot add more carbon dioxide. You cannot add animals or other organisms to increase the carbon dioxide level. So carbon dioxide is out. Okay, this is a water plant. There's no way you can add even more water also doesn't affect the water plant at all. So the only thing that the person changed, did not add but just changed, is actually moving the torch closer to the water plant. Okay, very good. Hey, hello. Don't talk about, hey, hello, capybara. I know that song is from the Minecraft movie. I know Steve sang that song. Okay, so let's look at this, okay? So the correct answer, okay, the change that allows her to have a high rate of photosynthesis is that she moved the torch closer to the water plant. Okay, so this would be the answer. Okay, everyone all right? Do you have any questions for this one? No? No, then I'm going to move on. You got? Yes, Dylan? Yeah, what questions do you have for this question? Okay, Capybara, you yearn for the mines, but children are not allowed. Dylan, what do you mean by you never see this question before? It's from a top school paper. I don't know why you say you never see the question before, but they'll in PSLE there'll never be a question that you see before most of the time. Okay. Hey, you spell Steve wrongly, Sukuna. There's no Kahoot today. Kahoot is P5 math on Friday. Okay, so you absent for PSLE. Oh no, Dylan. What do you mean? That means you're not P6 this year. Okay, everybody, I gotta move on, okay? So let's move on to question 7. Okay, question 7, it says, let me go through the top part first, okay? I only can show the top part first. All right, it says here that Ali placed some water plants in a beaker of muddy water, okay, A, as shown below. So he switched on the torch and measured the amount of time taken for the first bubble to appear on the surface of the water. He repeated the experiment with 2 other types of muddy water, B and C. The table below shows the conditions of the muddy water. So everybody, okay, why? Can you tell me, can you identify for me what's my measured variable here? Do you all know? Measured variable? Hey, hello, don't talk about Minecraft, talk about the science worksheet. Very good. All right. So the time taken for the first bubble is actually my measured variable, and someone mentioned it tells me about our photosynthesis. Very good, because this bubble, okay, is actually our oxygen. It tells me about rate of photosynthesis. Very good. Okay, how we know that we must focus about photosynthesis and not respiration is because they provide it with a lamp. Okay, Ken? All right. So please understand what the question is focusing on, okay, during PSLE. Okay, so over here, what is my change variable here then? Let me go down a bit, okay? So what's my change variable? Very good, Chin Hong. Very good, Tian. Okay, what about, thank you, Evis. But what's my change variable here? Like, do you all know? Change variable, any idea? Okay, Tian, opacity of the water, which is about the different types of muddy water. Okay, so this is my change variable. Okay, these will tell me how the different types of water, muddy water, will have different level of transparency. Okay, whether it allows, whether it blocks out more light or blocks out lesser light. Okay, so based on this, okay, so let me go down to the A over here. Very good, Tian. Okay, so over here, in which water, A, B, or C, will the first bubble take, okay, for the shortest time to appear on the surface of the water, and explain. So which one, okay, can you all tell me your answer? Which one do you all think that will be the one that has the shortest time? You all know which one? Why B? Shortest time means photosynthesis is faster or slower? First, shortest time means the bubble appear first. Bubble appear first means oxygen is produced first. Oxygen is produced first means photosynthesis occurs the fastest. Fastest rate of photosynthesis. So which one fastest photosynthesis? Yes, most of you. Yeah, don't mix it up, okay? Be careful. All right, so yes, the answer is C. The one that is least muddy would actually blocks the least amount of light, which means that the plant will get most light. It will have the fastest rate of photosynthesis. Okay, so let's write this the answer down first. C. Okay, but explain. Okay, everybody please remember, explanation question. Okay, in AGrader, we either teach a 2 or a 3 steps answering technique. Okay, and since, okay, this is a experiment, results are provided for us. Okay, the conditions of the muddy water. We don't know the first bubble. We don't know the measured variable here. So right, take note, this only tells you how muddy the water is. Okay, they didn't tell us how much time it takes for the first bubble to appear. So we just use 2 steps answering technique. Okay, results are not provided for us. We don't know the time taken for the first bubble to appear for the muddy water. Okay, the various muddy water. So 2 steps. First step is to describe. Why do you choose C? Describe the properties of muddy water C. Okay, talk about how muddy the water is. Then second step, D means describe, S means science concept, okay? Science concept talk about light. Because in order for the bubbles to appear, it needs to have light. It needs to go through a process. So talk about photosynthesis. Okay, then talk about the gas produced. Okay? Okay, Belle, you got the idea there. Some of you got the idea there. Okay, so you must say that C is the least muddy first. Okay, why you choose C? Because C is the least muddy. You must say that first, okay? So, you must say that as C is the least muddy, you have to use comparison words, compare it with the rest. Why do you choose C? Why not A? Why not B? It's because as C is the least muddy, okay, it allows the most light, comma, it allows the most light to, must talk about light, okay, reach the plant. So what happens to the plant? What does the plant has anything to do with the bubble? Rate of photosynthesis will be faster. Very good. Okay, so the rate of photosynthesis is the highest and the plant will produce oxygen the fastest. We don't recommend memorizing, but understand how you are supposed to answer explanation question. Okay, so D means describe whatever you choose. Okay, you choose C, describe about C. Based on, okay, if there's result, then you have to describe based on result, based on what you know about C. Okay, then relate it to a science concept. S means science concept. What does it gonna do with the plant? Most light can reach the plant. Okay, so what does it gonna do with bubbles? Highest rate of photosynthesis. Oxygen will be produced the fastest. So these are the key things to help you obtain your 2 marks. Okay? Okay, very good, Pei Feng. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Very good, Belle. All right, so very good, Hannah. You got the idea there. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Any questions? So let's move on to B, okay? So B, without changing the apparatus, okay, what can Ali do to shorten the amount of time for the bubbles to first appear on the surface of the water? It's very similar to just now. If I want to shorten the amount of time for bubbles to first appear, what do? I want to, okay, yes, Tian, very good, you caught it. Okay, we purposely choose similar questions so that at least like y'all can recall what was being mentioned previously. Okay, shorten the amount of very good time means I want faster photosynthesis. Correct, very good. So if I want faster photosynthesis, okay, move the lamp closer to the setup, I accept. Okay, you want to increase the intensity of the lamp. That is provided if the lamp can adjust. But so some school teachers very strict. They say why you assume that you can adjust the brightness of the lamp? Then you will get it wrong. Okay, so the safest answer is actually to move the lamp closer to the beaker. Okay, Ken? All right, yes, move the lamp closer. Yeah, that's why cannot. That's why cannot. That's why the teacher say very strict. You cannot change the apparatus, but when I'm moving, I'm not changing anything in my experiment. Yeah. Apparatus means the items you use. I'm not changing the item. I'm just pushing them. I'm just pushing them nearer or further away. Okay, I never changed any of the item. I didn't swap the lamp. I didn't change the light bulb. Okay, so yeah, so must be careful, okay? Apparatus are like items that you use in your experiment. Okay, so over here, okay, I just have to move the lamp closer to the beaker. Avoid saying increase the light intensity, but they will ask you how. How are you going to increase the light intensity? I move the lamp closer. Okay? It's okay. As long as you learn from it, that's the most important. Okay? All right, so does anyone has any other question? Oh, that's good, Rufus. Glad that you learned so much. No? Okay, so just a gentle reminder that the next live will be tomorrow. P5 Science by Teacher KH. Please don't bully him. Capybara, I'm going to warn him that you say that you're going to invite your friend and spam the chat. Okay, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, and then just a gentle reminder, we have online classes. Okay, P6 Science is conducted by me. All right, P5 Science is conducted by Teacher KH. All right, and we have online classes for English, Math, and Creative Writing as well. And for secondary 1 and 2 Math. Okay? All right, the one I don't know, Larry, first, depending on your school. Okay, so I'll see y'all in 2 weeks later, two Thursdays later, 2 Tuesdays later, okay? So by the time it will be next month already. I'll see you next month, the rest of you. Tian, really? That's so sweet of you. Ah, really? Not in secondary school? I have students, last time I have students in secondary school also. Oh, J2 already. No wonder when you answer, you use opacity. Primary school students don't use the term opacity. So I was suspecting you were either secondary school or J. Good. Oh, J2 means A levels. All the best for your A level, okay, Tian? But secondary school with AGrader don't have secondary school science classes. Okay, see you. Bye. All the best for A levels, Tian. Okay, bye, Sakuna. I'll next 2 weeks later. I see what user you become. Okay. Bye. Oh, Hannah, because I started at 7. Usually our life is 1 hour. Okay, bye. Gonna end. See you. Bye bye. Bye.